Hello, and welcome back to the Language Card Games video series. I'm Matthew Boyle, founder of LanguageCardGames.com, How Gamers Learn Languages. Today's topic, something about the future of the language card games industry. It's no secret, I'm going to be biased on this one. I'm going to wager that the language card games industry is going to continue to keep growing and diversifying. But I do have a reasonable cause for hope, I think, because the indie card game and board game industry is currently growing, despite what many people have predicted to the opposite. Many people expected that the amazing developments in the technological realm with video games and apps would mean the end of card games and board games, but it hasn't. And I think we'll continue to see incredible growth in the field of card games and board games for some time. We also have seen and are seeing the integration of these two fields, technology and the physical card games and board games. If you remember that the Pokemon trading card game had EReading technology for physical cards. I don't know if they were the first ones to do that, but the cards had a little barcode on them, so you could own and collect and trade the physical card, but then scan them, and what you had in card form would then go virtual for you, and you would have it in the game, the video game form. We also see that now with some other games that are out there. I think that's something that Hearthstone does. Correct me if I'm wrong on that in the comment section. And I've also seen some really cutting-edge technology recently where you hold your smartphone over a card and that will create a sort of moving hologram, and the contents of your card will spring to life. How amazing is that? Some card companies also use the QR code technology to let people scan their cards and go directly to video lessons related to the card. I've also seen on some cards you can touch the cards or touch certain parts of the cards with sort of an e-pen or e-reader, and that immediately plays files that are stored within the card. There are also flat screen tables that students can use to move content around that look and function just like cards. Sort of like a Jason Bourne or Mission Impossible style stuff there. I think for a considerable amount of time into the future, we're going to have card games because people want something that they can feel and touch. They want something that they can gather their family and friends around the table with, away from technology. And they like to collect something physical. Will this always be the case? I don't know. When we're all plugged into the Matrix, we might not even need food anymore. Anything could happen, but that's not the future I would want. And for me personally, I plan to keep inventing things that help create real connections between real people. People who still know how to hold a conversation. People who have attention spans longer than a fruit fly. People who like to share food and laughter and games around the table. Alright, it's time for me to get down off my deck box, let's say. That's it for this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you and other like-minded people can find your way back to my latest and greatest content. And feel free to post some of your ideas down here at the bottom. What do you think these types of language card games are? What's going to happen to them in the future? What's the future of card gaming and language card gaming in your mind? Also, you can go over to LanguageCardGames.com to buy a game, support what I do, and start playing your way to language learning success right now. In our next and final episode, I'll give a brief summary of everything that we've talked about in this video series and give you a special offer. Cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.